Hello, this is Dexter Yankee Oscar 3 Hotel Echo X-ray. I'm going to jump right to the subject. I was in need to be able to plot uh, inductance function of frequency, and none of my equipments. Uh, I have a VNA from Mini Radio Solution, which is Mini VNA Tiny, that is working with VNA J, and I have Siglent VNA and spectrum analyzer that can produce CSV file that are kind of in the same format as S1P files. The VNA-J is able to export S parameter files, but is not able to actually plot any traces that would be in relation with an inductance. And for me, I was testing various cores and various binoculars, various ferrite mixes, and I wanted to be able to compare that. Wrote a little bit of a utility in Python that is using NumPy and matplotlib that is taken either an S1P file or a CSV file produced by the Siglent equipment, and however can plot those information and a little bit over for various inductors that needs to be measured. The process is very simple. Now I'm having some previously exported data files, and I'm going to also export one with you. I'm going to start here, and now it's asking me uh, to select CSV and or S1P file, so you can have a mix of those two. Now um, I'm having two coils that were created using mix 43 and mix 61 and 4 turns, and I'm having some old and S1P files created by the VNAJ. So I'm just choosing those. Now I'm going to get some very good info about inductance, about capacitance, about resistance, and also the raw reactance um, reading that is available. What you can see here, along with inductance and capacitance, you will get the self-resonating frequency, which is a good info to have. You can see, for example, that the red one, which is VNA 250409154457, which is a type 73 mix binocular size 202, is being inductive with 8 turns. With 8 turns, is being inductive up to 5.8 megahertz, and then is becoming uh, quite capacitive. So you are hitting the self-resonance frequency, which is 6.13 megahertz, which is also seeing here, and here you are getting info about the capacitive side, the capacitive reactance that you will have. So here you have inductive reactance, and here you have capacitive reactance. You can read um, various values along the graphs, and you can see exactly what value of inductance you are having for mix 43, for example. At 1 megahertz, you'll have around 19.38 microhenry, and then it's going down. And at 30 megahertz, you are having 2.56, for example. For 61, you can see that you are having a more linear type um, of trace. You are having it's more linear with frequency. The inductance is kept well within some limits over the whole HF spectrum. You're not forced, so it's not mandatory to have the same frequency span. So if there was a trace that would go from 30 megahertz to 100 megahertz, for example, the graph would be scaled up to that, so you are able to see the whole information. As I said, you can see the capacitive reactance here. You can see here that at self-resonating frequency, you are getting a shift in the reactance. It's getting capacitive starting from 3.43 for, let's say, for this type of ferrite, which I don't remember what ferrite was. The red one, for example, is type 73, so you are getting around 6.05 megahertz. You are in that particular 6.13 actually. You are in the self-resonating frequency where the coil will stop acting as an inductor and will start acting as a capacitor because of the parasitic capacitance inside the winding, which is sometimes you want that and sometimes you don't want that. The parasitic capacitance at least cannot be very well predicted because not all the time you're winding your turns in the same way, and you will not land under any circumstances with the same turns in the same place. So that will change. So this is the reason for which I wanted to have at least this kind of information and to have an indication of what is going on. More than that, uh, because the tolerances in the course, no matter what the course, the tolerances are high, up to 25%. So I wanted to have that particular image, at least of a batch, or at least for the course that I'm using at that particular moment, to have an exact information about reactance, inductance, and resistance function of frequency, because for me is important in various design steps and in my experiments. Now, uh, on my VNA, on my mini VNA Tiny, I'm having an inductor connected to S11 port that is around 3 turns on a 43 mix binocular type 2402, size 2402. So it's a very small one and it's part of a one-to-one transformer. So primary winding is connected in the VNA, and if I want to get an idea of how the inductance is acting, I'm going to perform a sweep. I don't have to choose anything around here because I'm not interested on the data that is available there. And if I'm going to see the Smith chart, I would like this data to be available in my S1P files. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go export. S parameter file is going to tell me that was exported successfully under this path. Yeah, I cannot change the path, but this is a limitation of the software itself. So if we are going to take that particular file that is here and we are going to put it more on the, so let's rename it video test 43 type 43 uh, 3 turns. Okay, let's put it like this. So then I'm going to start, sorry, let's close this. Then I'm going to start my utility, and let's say I would like to compare it with the 43 and along with this 43 and along with this 61, which you can see one is S1P type of file and the other one are CSV exported directly from the Siglent SVA equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and say open, and I can see here that none of those coils, none of those inductors are having capacitance, reactive capacitance. Yeah, there is nothing there, so I can actually go on and close this window, but I can see that all are acting inductive over the whole span of the HF spectrum from 0 to 30 megahertz. Yeah? And for this green one that is having 3 turns, I can clearly see that with 1 megahertz, I'm having around 13.15 microhenry. Now on the 4 turns, I'm having 19,438. So I can directly compare those turn numbers or those coils simply by looking at the fact that I'm having a graphical representation of that. Now I have reactance here, and I'm also having resistance, which it's valuable info in case you are doing, for example, transformers, or you would like to have that particular information where that inductive reactance is acting like a 50 ohm load, and that is frequency dependent. Yeah, so that info is it's available here on the graphs. You can look at it, you can compare it. What you can do with this particular utility, let's say I'm having a known core that I can wind 4 turns on it, yeah, and I can measure it, and I have a graph, yeah, and I'm having another core that is unknown. I don't know the type, I don't know the mix. Yeah, maybe the geometry is the same. Okay, that would be the ideal case, to have kind of the same geometry, because the geometry is going to influence the behavior of the ferrite material or iron powder material or whatever you are using there. So you can sweep, you can perform a sweep for both of those cores, one known, one unknown, and you will have a visual representation. And at least you have a visual you have a visual cue, and along with the data to predict or to see how it performs in relation to a known system, which is better than nothing, because you know what to predict. Maybe you will see that are very close, and you will come up with the conclusion that basically the mixed material is kind of the same. That is the rationale behind this particular utility that I wrote. So the utility is free for any kind of use, for any kind of modification. Is going to be available on my Git page. You can take it, you can modify it, you can do whatever you like. It's using NumPy and Matplotlib as main libraries. It's written in Python. um, the source code is there. It's under MIT license, and you can use it and do whatever. Maybe it's of any use for you. So this is Yankee Oscar 3 Hotel Echo X-ray, directly from his shack. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to keep it as short as possible. And if you find it useful, please do not hesitate to drop me a line and to tell me your opinion. 73 guys, all the best, and have a very nice weekend ahead.